Are you attracted to something that you lack? And we've seen this in attraction. The laws of attraction are very, very much opposites attract, and you always seek whatever you don't have yourself personally. For example, you will see most couples. One is loud and extroverted. One is very quiet and calm and introverted. Why? Because is it that they are lacking the loudness, that they're seeking it out of someone else, or is it the vice versa? That is a question that is layered. There are many layers to this conversation. And I genuinely feel like, have you found yourself, Turi, in a situation where you're like, wait, why do I like this? Like, have you gotten yourself in a situation where you analyze something and you're like, mbona napenda hii kitu? Mbona, why this?
Yes, absolutely. And I do agree. We're attracted to what we lack because you always feel like you need to fill that void. If you grew up in a household where your neighbors were always frying sausages and you never had that,
Smell too.
the moment you'll have a bit of disposable income, that's the first thing you're going to get. And it also speaks to exposure therapy. Sometimes we don't know what we lack until we see it outside with other people. And that's why, sometimes somebody will say something, you're like, oh, but that's something so basic. But it's because you're used to this type of things. For them, they never even thought of something like that. I can actually be driving myself to work, as opposed to just taking a matatu. Like, it never crossed their minds. But until they see other people, they go to work and other people are driving to work. They go outside and people are, driving. This is my car, da, da, da. Then, all of a sudden, they want to have a car. They're working towards having a car. They're putting away small coins so that they can also be a part of the group.
That's interesting. You've mentioned like 3 different things. You've mentioned balance and seeking nature, because naturally people are attracted to what they want to find, and like, nilikuwa nataka sausage nikiwa mtoto, and now I have seen, I have money, I will buy it. So you want to balance that because you lacked it before and now you want to have it, so you get an indulgence in that. You also mentioned psychological completeness, where people kind of seek it out of others. Subconsciously, we look for traits that we wish we had. For example, I've always wanted to be a multimillionaire. So nikiona multimillionaire mwingine pale, in my mind, I know deep inside, I also want that. So I get attracted to it, and therefore I reach out for that. You've also spoken about familiarity effect, which, as I'm reading, it says, sometimes what we lack mirrors traits of caregivers, family figures who we admired growing up. As you said, your neighbors had their father pick them up and drop them off. So you're like, why not me, right? And when you get to a point where you can actually do that, you want to mirror it. You want to make sure that your children are not seeking that out in other people or envying other people. So you make sure you get that car for your child. Ndio apikiwe up, akidropiwa off, So that as well you've mentioned quite a few things there. So familiarity effect, because you've seen it, you want to replicate it or to mirror it. However, there's just a thing of admiration, because, for example, I look at that girl. What's that Asian girl who's always asking us what Chanel bag, whatever? She just got married. She's Asian, married another, I think, Asian man. She had the gown with the butterflies.
Oh, I don't know her name.
Yes, there's an Asian girl. Korean, yes. She's Korean, Asian. So she has this lifestyle of such affluence. Like, she just effortlessly is rich. Like, this girl's life, you dream about such things. You dream about having a wedding like hers. You dream about having a mansion like hers. You dream about having a chef who cooks you food the way their chef cooks food. You dream about the diet of the cat. Because how is this cat eating caviar? Like, how is your cat eating caviar? And me, I've never even tasted it. I don't like fish eggs, but I would like to try. You know what I mean? So there is that fact where you are really seeking it out of someone else simply because you admire them, or you have admired it all your life. You've seen your friend, like, I think we have a mutual friend who's always traveling. Yeah? You see her social media, she's somewhere on a beach, okay? She's somewhere with a new outfit, she has new perfume, she's really living the tea life, right? and you really want to replicate it. Or you see your friend has started a business and you're like, oh, it's doing really well. I want to try that as well because I admire them and their effort and the way they work and their ambition, and you want to replicate it. So I think admiration is also something that is a factor when it comes to attraction of what you are lacking, but in a positive way, often in a positive way. When it starts to become, oh, you want to finish them or you want to sabotage them simply because they have something that you, now that becomes a problem. But if it's just admiration and you want to then be like them, that's different. You see Beyonce doing a world tour, collecting millions of people to see her, and you're like, I would want to be a celebrity to that level, you know. So admiration is a huge factor when it comes to attracting what you're lacking as well.
And also, when you pursue the things you lack, when you actively work towards getting them, it's straight up evolutionary. It's part of the growth process. For me to get out of this cocoon of ideas and beliefs and the way I was brought up, for me to get out and now to grow that space, it's because I've seen better. It's because, oh, I've picked something new and I'm like, okay, how would it feel to, you know, experience that life? And sometimes you live in, like, the greatest advice you can have is, if I am lacking in confidence, I come hang out with Kathomi because she's outgoing. And it kind of rubs off on you because you're like, so this is how you do it. You see something, you say something immediately. And the more you're exposed to that kind of environment, the more you also start to advocate yourself. I want to do public speaking. I start hanging out with Georgie Ndirangu. By the time even like 2 months are done, my vocabulary is different. I am able to engage other people. Even the things I consume on the internet, I want to relate with people better. Instead of watching like trash TV, which is good from time to time, I log on and watch Trevor Noah and see how he relates with other people. I want to be the best in my field. What do? I go to the people who seemingly know what they're doing, and I try to copy or try to get what they have and apply it to my life, you know. So I think it's just growth. You see something, you want it, or like, okay, how do I get that?
Yeah, you own it and make it your own. Because oftentimes copying is easy, but like finding your own personality and spinning
How it works for you.
Yes, is very, very important. So we're not saying everyone needs to look like everyone. We're just saying borrow what is insightful and helpful to you and make it your own, because we are all individual and different people. There's also the fact that sometimes it's just for emotional fulfillment. Because to be honest, if you are like me, an anxious attachment style personality, I love people and I just want hold on so tight that you don't want to let go. But you have a partner, on the other hand, who's very secure in who they are, in their personality, in their craft, in their skill, in all of these things. Or I am very spontaneous. I do things lickety split. Like, I think it now, I do it now. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. However, you marry someone else, or you are in a relationship with someone else, so you surround yourself with people who are very patient, very calculated, very intentional about what they do. Oftentimes you find that you end up becoming a little bit like them, you know, and that emotional fulfillment that comes from just being in the space of people who are secure in who they are, who are comfortable in who they are, who are confident and showcase the kinds of characteristics you want as a person, can be very helpful. It really does go a long way in helping you just feel more secure. And once you're secure, oftentimes you find that, yeah, I like this a lot, actually.
And sometimes you're just curious. Kunaenda gaje huku? Like, what's happening? Sometimes you see something just happen, you're like, I have FOMO, fear of missing out. How do I get in on this? And I think a few times over here we've talked about how money has saved us, or rather lack of money has saved us from a lot of bad experiences. It's not because we did not want to. It was the capacity. We did not we don't have the ngwanyes to do what we were supposed to do. But overall, you're just curious about something. You see somebody talk about, oh, I had mushrooms. Unashindwa hii mushroom unago kuinje, hata outside our compound we have. Those are probably poisonous. You're like, how do they actually taste? Can I cook some of them? Unapika, una realize, the texture is not for everybody. As Kathomi has said, unasikia caviar. Wanashinda wakisema caviar. Ni nini hii caviar? Na inanunuliwa
Mayai ya
wapi?
fish.
Where can we buy it? Unaingia supermarket unasema, wow, it is 100,000. That is not for me. Unachana nayo. So sometimes you're just curious about something and you try it out and you realize, it's not for me. Or you try it out and you realize, hiya, this is actually nice. New lifestyle unlocked. And now I work tirelessly to maintain said thing.
I actually do enjoy that because I saw someone online on TikTok and she said that she's working on this thing of trying to be in like, everyone is always like, I want to be rich, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. But like, what does rich look like? Like, what does wealthy look like? Like, what do wealthy people usually consume? What are they? Because she was talking about this white glove treatment, like white glove
Yes.
service. White glove service is like, hata sijui nita explain aje because hata mimi sija experience. However, it is the top most best quality service you will ever experience. Everything is handled. All you need to do is just sit. That's literally, in fact, not even sit, breathe. That's all you need to do. Everything will be handled for you, catered to you, and so on and so forth. And she was talking about it because she used to be a flight attendant on this flight. And their boss said that today, the clients that we have today in the, I think it was business class, are getting white glove service. However, a lot of them have never seen it in real life.
They don't know
Like,
what to do.
They don't know what to expect. So this is what you do. This is how you handle it. This is how, and she's like, hang on, these are the wealthiest of the wealthiest people in the world. These are like multi-millionaires, billionaires, and we're talking about US billionaires, not Kenya millionaires, okay? US millionaires, na Kenyan millionaires. It's very different, all right? However, these are the richest of rich people, but they've never experienced these things simply because it's never happened for them, right? Or you're self-made. Now you've gotten all this money, but you don't know, you've not lived the way that these aristocrats have been living, these oligarchs have been living all their lives, from literally born with a silver spoon in your mouth type people have been living for the rest of their lives, right? For most of their lives. So she's like, but like you wouldn't know unless someone gives it, even when you're rich, some things you just don't know until you know, right? And that's how you see people talking about funny things. Like, oh, you know, people are injecting
Someone's sperm.
someone's sperm in their faces for collagen. Others are, the rumors in rich people land. Oh, it's scary and creepy at the same time. But at the same time, it's something to be looked forward to. You know, you are curious upon when you arrive, will it be the same for me? How will this be for me? And there's nothing as important as realizing that sometimes it's just the imperfection, the perfection of imperfection. And I'm going to read it because I don't want to butcher it. They said, true compatibility isn't about sameness or complementing each other's. It's about complementing each other's gaps, turning lack into connection. And that's the best way to summarize it, because sometimes you're just attracted to something because you want to be part of a whole.
Yeah.
There's something missing, you know it's missing, but you don't know it's missing until you really experience it. And when you do, you find that, hey, this is what I needed this whole time and I didn't even know about it. So that's our show. Are you attracted to something or someone, a career choice, a path in life, a certain car? Like, are you attracted to this thing because you really are lacking it, or do you really just want to try it? Are you just curious, you know? Do you just want to find the missing link in your life? All these things that you've stated, are they part of the reason? Let us know on the number below. My name's Kathobi. See you tomorrow.
And this is Customer Service Week. We would not want to end the week, but today is Thursday. But let us appreciate you on this Thursday evening and tell you thank you so much for staying with us, viewing our content, even engaging with us out there and saying, I watched the show, I watched Let's Talk. We really and truly appreciate it. When you watch Closure, and you watch people over here coming to talk to their exes, and you tell us how you appreciate said content. Thank you so much for being with us and being a loyal viewer. We deeply, deeply appreciate it.
Absolutely.
My name is Turife. I'll see you tomorrow.